So this is how some basic stuff in the future. Also, we need to look at the basic stuff in the future, and that is refrigerators and freezers. If we develop better refrigerators and freezers, it'll be a huge game changer. Look at it, and if you look at rural places or places without it, if we could invent a cheaper, more energy efficient one, people could store food for longer. And this means that they could cook either in bigger batches so it wouldn't go bad, and it'll be safer and so much more. And that could free up more people to be healthier or to have more time on their hands. It also, some of the biggest problems with medicine is they go bad, or blood goes bad if it's stored at too high temperature. Organs too. This was something even called controlled hypothermia, where you cool down the whole person's body, put them in induced coma. And that coma can let them survive a lot longer, but there's also ice packs. But particularly this has been brought about attention with the two new vaccines out for COVID. One needs to be stored at minus 70 degrees Celsius, the other one at minus 20 degrees Celsius. And the problem is, we don't have enough freezers around that can do that. The minus 20 degrees is about a normal refrigerator. Minus 7 degrees Celsius is way cooler, but if we had cheap ones and easy to produce, we could store these vaccines. But these vaccines are also based on chemicals called mRNAs. And mRNAs, so what an RNA, DNA makes RNA, which makes protein. RNA is sort of in between, and RNAs and other less are not very stable, but other compounds are also not very stable, but they could have huge drug benefits because they can control all the proteins in your body, make more or less, without being genetic engineering, something in between, and other vaccine potentials in the future, but also treat autoimmune diseases and a bunch of other things, or genetic illnesses. But we can't store them often, so this could store them. It'll be a huge benefit for researchers. It will let us use more superconductors, and superconductors are, by the way, using MRIs already that you use to get your MRI. Bonds are basic research. You can use them in cold packs to reduce swelling if we're not going as extremely cold. These are all over the place. So, yeah, huge benefits. Also, computers are more efficient the colder they are. Just even regular computers. But beyond that, heat waves are the number one killer in the world of people, especially old, sick, but it also causes dehydration and stuff like that. I mean, you can just look at this article, other articles which I'll link below. They really outnumber deaths more than three times of any other related bad weather event. Heat waves just kill people. So having AC, other things in the house could really save millions of lives easily, and it would also make people healthier. It means people could enjoy more productive. So yeah, this so-called simple technology could revolutionize, and there's a bunch of ways we've been looking at it. The normal refrigerating we compress a material and we turn it from usually liquid to gas. When you compress it, gas becomes a liquid. When you let it expand, it becomes a gas. When something vaporizes or boils, it absorbs heat. So we decompress it, absorbs heat, then we compress it, becomes a liquid, and we releases heat, and then we blow air to let the heat go out. But people have looked at this alternatives with magnets, because some materials do similar chains where they absorb heat. When you put a magnet on it, they absorb or they give off heat when you put a magnet on it. When you release them from a magnet, they do the opposite. And it's the same idea with cycling back and forth. Some people have looked at that with ultrasonic waves to do a similar cycle, some with electricity, some have lasers, some are more exotic. Some people have looked at combining it. There's also ways of turning heat back into electricity, but could also do it could also lead to better electrical generation from hot stuff, such as thermoelectrics, which the basic idea how it works is electricity can flow well for them, but not heat. I'm oversimplifying it. So instead, to carry the energy from one side, the heat energy from one side to the other side, the heat energy turns into electricity, which more easily travels through the material. Always ideas, but we really need a lot of investment to make them practical and commercial. And they could be save also a lot of energy. So I really think we should look much more into these. And also, when you're going to, oh yeah, I forgot space travel, because it's very important, space travel, to keep the fuels cold so you can compress them and pump them well, and so you don't boil off or vaporize off. So when you go to school or start solving problems, don't look always for the fancy new chemicals or gene editing or something really spectacular and fancy or AI. Maybe just look at the basic engineering of like making better cooling stuff or making stronger materials. That's cool and really, really good. I hope you found this insightful and interesting. Please leave a like behind. Subscribe if you really wish to. It really helps the channel out. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers in a year. And even better yet, share it and get other people to like and subscribe. If you want to contact me, please just leave a comment behind with questions, ideas, anything, suggestions. And if you know me, you can DM me. Or if you know someone who knows me, they can DM me. I just don't want to give my contact out too much. Thank you very much.